Hello, my name's Joey and welcome back to the channel. Now today's another little kind of history video in a sense. I was very lucky enough to get hold of the three-legged R2D2 here. Now he came with the wrong legs, but as the GQ Jedi would say, you don't always have to pay kind of top dollar for these things, and I like to do it in parts. So I managed to get R2D2 with his third leg for quite a cheap price. He had the wrong legs, and then later someone on eBay had more parts to the droid factory. As you know, this three-legged R2D2 came with a droid factory, and yes, the later edition I got had the right R2D2 legs in it. So as a kind of piece of history, I've been holding on to this for a couple of months now, and I didn't want to put the legs on until it was kind of captured for history. So let's put his legs back on. So there we go. There are his wrong legs. He came with his wrong legs, but he was only £60 with the wrong legs. And I thought, well, this is invaluable because, you know, we've got a complete R2D2 here. We've got the third leg, which is probably the most difficult part to get. And we've actually got the R2D2 himself, which is great. He's got a reproduction sticker. I haven't actually checked to see, which I've only recently learnt, that on the Droid Factory R2, Droid Factory? Oh yes, Droid Factory R2. I got confused with Land of the Jawas there behind me. The Droid Factory R2, his sticker on the front was reversed. So I haven't checked to see if that's an accurate reproduction. Not that I'm fussed, but yeah. So for £60, he came with the wrong legs here, which of course he can't even touch the floor. But I thought this is a good cheap way to do it, because obviously sometimes this figure can go for £200, either upwards or downwards, and I thought I don't want to pay that for this. So here he is with the long legs. Well, they are long, but here he is with the wrong legs, not the wrong trousers. So I further bought a spare R2 leg here, which was broken, and I was going to try and do something about that. I was going to probably put a little bit of metal in there and put him on R2, but that never happened, because for £30 I found a complete set of Droid Factory parts which had the R2 legs in it. So here we have the rather professionally packed Droid Factory parts, which of course here we have the R2 legs. So I'm going to pull those out and stick those on R2. Well, there he is, looking rather fantastic for the first time in God knows how many years, with all his proper legs. They're a little bit loose. It's over 40 years old. One leg is longer than the other as well. But yeah, so that's cool. So I managed to do this three-legged R2D2 for £90. So that's not bad, considering in this condition he can go for about 200. Obviously, probably with the original sticker. This is only a repro. I never thought I was going to get the three-legged R2D2, but it's one of those things that my dad always used to say, you know, you'd think they would do the third leg on R2D2. And I always remember there was a kid up the road, which I still remember his name, but I'm not going to say it on here, just because I don't want to make him famous. He might not want it. But I remember he had the three-legged R2D2. I remember saying to my dad, oh, you know, he's got the three-legged R2D2. What a surprise, because I should have come back and said, after seeing the three-legged R2D2, hey, guess what he's got? He's got a Bib Fortuna. That makes no sense. But yes, so there we go. R2 is back now with his three legs for the first time for me. And for the first time for him for a long time. He's got his proper legs back. And doesn't he look fantastic on there? And of course we've got this super realistic scene of Tatooine with those beautiful pink flowers in the background. Now C-3PO was the very first figure I ever got. My dad bought for me, and he was 50p from a market in Deptford. And obviously very recently, up to a couple of years ago, one's learnt that he was chromed, so he was very stiff. So mine was not the exception. So my dad WD-40'd him, and he had to stay on the side for about a day. And he's still loose to this day. Let's have a look. It was always a very difficult figure to stand up. Well, that's not what I expected. I expected him to at least bend forward. So he's great condition for something that I've had for well, definitely over 40 years. He's my original C-3PO and the very first Star Wars figure I ever had. So you can see that I really did look after these. And a little small element of worry when he hit the concrete then, but I wasn't expecting him to do that. I was expecting him to do this. There we go. He's very loose. All his limbs are extremely loose. Yes, you couldn't really do much with this C-3PO. And now with the spare parts I don't need, I have a rather strange little droid to go and join R2 and the Jawas. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so it kind of pleases me. That's a rather strange little droid to be playing around with, so that's cool. So yeah, it's a shorter video than I imagined, but there we are. There's R2D2 reunited with his third leg. Actually, no, not reunited with his third leg. Reunited with his proper legs. Reunited with all of his legs. Oh dear. That was the problem I had with C-3PO all the time. So yeah, there we go. Look after yourselves. Take care. And I shall see you soon. Thank you very much for watching. And a little shout out here to Tyrese, who remembered me on the platform of a train station and said he is a subscriber, which completely surprised me, and I was overwhelmed and very, very happy because, well, you don't expect many people to be watching these videos. So that's very good. Thank you very much, Tyrese. Thank you for supporting the channel, and thank you for saying hello. Cool, right, okay. Take care, everybody.